and it will never go away. And Blizzard wouldn't want it to go away either. No, like all-ins are part of the game.
I feel like you're like a little kid who just got in trouble. He's trying to explain why you were stealing cookies from the cookie jar. Mom, it's just my nature. I'm a little kid. I love to eat cookies. I'm always going to like cookies. It's never going to stop.
Perhaps that's the best way to sum up that story. Either way, we are ready for our final best of 3 of the night. As Haas is, of course, our Taiwanese Protoss in the north side here of Heavy Rain. I am still excited, Ben, to see a new face in WCS America. I think it's awesome that, you know, we have someone breaking through once more. Last year we had a couple of Chinese players step up. This could be this very well could be the year of some excellent Taiwanese players stepping up. And Haas has already been making some noise. His series against Sage, which was a PvP series, guys, and that shows that he is just a very talented player, and that he's not just riding on the wave that, you know, Protoss might be strong or not. Because if you can take out Sage 3-1, Ben, then you're a very, very legit player in my book.
No doubt, no doubt. Quick shout out to Tom over at Red Bull, who texted me. He's like, "Hey, found Bomber." So, so there's good men on it, making sure that Bomber decides to play the game. And I cannot wait to see how this unfolds. Bomber, of course, spawning down in the bottom half of Heavy Rain. He's the blue Terran player. And his opponent up in the top half is Haas.
Yeah, we already entered this Haas.
Yeah.
One hell of a challenge for... This probe is leaving rather early. Sorry for that.
Now, Bomber did use some proxy play in his previous series against Arthur, and there's a pretty good chance that Haas was watching that.
Yep.
So he's just checking around, looking for those proxy spots, not necessarily up to anything crazy himself. This is very thorough scouting. He's even going to check the... okay, he's not going to go that far, but a very good job checking around at all the usual proxy locations. And this probe's still out on the map, perhaps up to no good.
I think it is up to no good, Ben.
Started building pylons in Bomber's neighborhood.
He still only has a single pylon in his main. Bomber is opening up with the most standard build here, though. Most like just a single Reaper into an expand. There goes that pylon, Ben. Is this happening? However, you know, Bomber should be able to put the pieces together rather quickly. It's very good news for Bomber that he's scouted with the SCV as well. Because right now he's going to go around this Protoss base. Okay, 3 and 3, wow, you really care about your gas, don't you? And actually, I don't think the Bomber even has to see more than just this. He's going to be like, alright, no Zealot in production. There's only a single pylon over here. Then again, Heavy Rain is such a big map that it's kind of hard to find it.
Yeah, this Reaper's going to check for proxies.
Yep. Will he find it immediately or not? This is going to change everything.
Look at him going straight.
However, target will be walked in.
Spot that's probe.
This is such an important moment for Bomber for his life in WCS America.
The Reaper does not see the Stargate.
It is not over yet, but there's a good chance that he's going to spot all the way in the left bottom over here. Yes, he is. This is where you normally proxy the Stargate, and Ben, this could very well be happening. There's a realistic shot that Haas opens with either 1 or 2 oracles and then transitions into Tempest.
Bomber has not seen it. There's a second proxy pylon out on the map, so Haas...
Oh my god, and never mind. This is the first comment, but it doesn't really matter though. If Haas is doing what I think he's doing, what we've been talking about all day long, this could be really, really effective.
Oh man, back at home, this Reaper is going to find a completely... No, not completely exposed base. There is a stalker in the mineral line.
But this Oracle ban is so quickly that there is a good chance that at a certain point there's only 4 Marines out for Bomber as well.
Bomber's making a bunker in his main base. He's preparing for something.
But still, this Oracle is going to most likely do quite some damage. There is a Twilight going down, so Haas is not going to make Tempest. This is
Proxy Stargate into DT?
No, most likely Blink then. Because like the Oracle is going to force out a lot of Marines and delay Marauders and do economic damage, and will most likely follow it up with... No, Haas.
That's not what you want.
Ah, took some free damage there, Ben, and also could have killed more SCVs than he actually did. Oh, and 2 more Marines spawn. This is bad for a Haas.
Perfect opening here for a Bomber. And not only that, but that Reaper
also saw the Twilight.
The proxy Twilight, so... this is a dangerous prospect for Haas all of a sudden.
So it looked kind of dark for Bomber, and suddenly it looks pretty damn good. That was
should have been a Tempest.
Yep, it should have been. Hell, I really think so. But of course, for the people who perhaps missed it because it all happened so quick, Haas made a big mistake there. First, his Oracle started shooting at the bunker. That's A, less SCVs he could have killed, and B, he also took some free damage from the Marines that were in the bunker. And then when he thought he could fight the Marines, because he's like, only 4 Marines, 2 more Marines just popped. So what could have been very good news for Haas turned into an absolute disaster.
Now, Haas has thrown down 3 extra gates. He canceled something in the back of his main, and I don't know what it was. Maybe it was a 4th gateway?
I think it was a gate. Yes.
But Reaper's going to get picked off. Bomber is well aware of what's happening.
Yeah.
This should never work.
How many times have you said that today, Ben? I think what is going to happen here, the best case scenario for Haas, Ben, is that he gets a contain off on Bomber for a while. I can't really see him break Bomber. That's just, you know, that should not work. 7 Stalkers.
He does have a probe in position to expand.
Yeah, I think the best thing he could hope for is maybe get a Pylon over here and then force Bomber to stay on one base for a while. Especially if he saw the game on Yangsu, then we might think like, maybe Bomber is again not going to make a factory for half an hour.
Yeah, taking a little bit of unnecessary damage. Bomber sees what's up and is not taking this lightly at all. He's got bunkers going down all across his main. Oh, man. What a day this has been.
Oh, that's yeah, but it's ballsy Blink. He shouldn't be able to achieve that much over here.
Yeah, might.
Doesn't even matter. That's 25 resources.
What? Why even do that? Just get out of there.
He did a good job there. Picked off a few units here and there. Bomber is going to save his stack lab even, so that first Blink didn't really do any damage.
What? That's what?
So
Haas just refuses to put tech in his main. He's just like, you know what? Never.
Well, you know. Eventually there's going to be a robo in the middle of the map, and then we've seen it all.
It's proxy Stargate, into proxy Twilight, into proxy DT, and no guys, those are not all in the same location.
Yeah, if they was all in the same location, that base would be bigger than his main.
You know, one thing Bomber has not built is a single missile. Oh, there we go. Missile turret in the main.
I think, yeah, but that's most likely not because he's worried about these thieves. That's because, like, just in case 2 oracles only show up.
Yeah, about time for another oracle to show up, isn't it?
This seems so random to me.
This isn't going to work, Haas.
Nope. Not often do you see only 400 resources lost in a Blink Stalker all-in. Well, it's a pseudo all-in because there is an expand during all this, but the biggest problem for Haas is that he doesn't really have any strength in fighting this army from Bomber straight up. Like, as soon as Tim is ready, this army is so much stronger than anything Haas has. Unless Bomber somehow splits up his forces and his army is not as big as it possibly could have been. Because Blink is fantastic against bio units in small numbers. You know, if you're facing 4 or 5 Marauders at best and then a few Marines and 1 medevac, you can easily out-micro it and you can pick it up. Of course, it becomes a lot weaker if there is a big clump of bio units marching across the map. Then you can't possibly engage it.
One thing Haas is doing really well is severely slowing the expansion of Bomber, and you know, it's pretty much going to be 1 base Bomber transitioning into being 1 base Bomber some more.
And these Stalkers, Ben, are heading into a direction that they could perhaps high-five this medevac in the near future. It was even close that this probe would have scouted the medevac, but that's not happening yet. I don't like this play that much, but I think that Bomber is still expecting most of these units to be here, so, you know, if all of the units are indeed standing here, then we are the first one to say like, wow, what a great drop here by Bomber. He's going to drop this completely exposed natural.
He is ready for this drop.
But right now it's going to backfire, and there's a good chance that Bomber loses everything immediately because Blink is ready.
No, and Haas was not watching. He does blink at the last second, but it does not work out. Dark Templar waiting in the natural is going to see this army moving out.
And Bomber just can't catch a break today in the amount of cheesy stuff that he's playing against.
This DT, he's not doing anything. It's just kind of like
I think he's waiting. He doesn't want to reveal too quickly. Like, Haas knows exactly what I just said, Ben. There is a lot more DPS in this army than there is in his army. And if he walks back right now, then it's not going to do any damage. That's why he waits until these units run across the map. And now he's going to try to start making something happen. And Bomber is completely unaware of this. This DT is going to work on this missile turret. There is nothing over here.
Dangerous game. Haas loses a lot of Stalkers out in the middle of the map, walking into the army of Bomber. And this is going to get crazy. The DT killed by SCVs in the main base. There's another Dark Templar on the map still, but Bomber's just got a huge army walking into the natural of Haas, and there's pretty much no chance of Haas being able to fight that army.
No, there's not. There's no answer to this. However, if he kills both orbitals...
Oh, God. If he kills both orbitals, the DTs win the game.
Yep.
or at least force a draw.
Well, this is one orbital that's going to burn down. Oh my god, Ben, I think we are watching something ridiculous again. There he goes on the second orbital as well. Yes, there is a missile turret. I think Bomber realizes about what could potentially happen.
He's got a lot of army here as well, and this is so important that Bomber does have troops back here. The first orbital has not burned down yet. These Stalkers, Haas, you don't want to just sacrifice them. You still have a win condition. Bomber's so smart to have units left behind.
Had way more units there than I thought he had. And he has killed the natural of Haas. He's going to kill the main base. Everything is pretty much dead over here. For a second there, Ben, I was really worried about what could have potentially happened to Bomber. But Bomber left enough bio units at home.
I gotta say, in spite of how ridiculous Haas is playing, that he's bringing a type of very exciting kind of mental play, right? This is he's playing the mind game more so than the mechanical game.